Hi everyone, this is Jonathan Soo Hoo, and today I'm going to talk about the pawn. The pawn moves 1 or 2 squares on its first move. After that, it may only move 1 square forward. The pawn can move forward on its file, and if you've seen the previous lecture I've done, we know that file is the things that go up and down. And additionally, pawns cannot move backwards. So I want to just highlight what I was talking about on the first move. It can move like this, or it can move like this. All of these pawns can do the same thing. So this one can move either here, or here. This one can also move to here. This one can move to here if it wanted to. This one can move to here, or here. So let me just delete this. Here, or here. Here. Okay, so you get the picture. What I'm just trying to say is that it can move anyway, on either 1 or 2 squares on its first move. You have the option, you as the player. So what happens if you say play like this? Well, pawns can only capture on its diagonal. Actually, this was a bad example. Oops. Better example would be like this. Over right. So, a pawn can only capture on its diagonal. So, can I play here, capturing the pawn on e4? Well, no, I can't, because remember, pawns can't capture going forward. So if I want to capture with the pawn, I have to take. Oops. I can't play here. I have to play here. Alright? So another thing to know about pawns is that it would be easier just for me to set up a new game. Alright, so here we have a new position. The pawn wants to promote. Oops. The pawn wants to promote. Wants to go forward 1 more square. So what happens when the pawn gets to the 8th rank? Again, you would know what rank is if you've seen my previous videos. On the rank and file. So here let's do this. So we know, if you've seen my videos, that when it gets to 8th rank, I can pick whichever one I want to promote it to. I can pick a queen. I can pick a rook. I can pick a bishop. Or I can pick a knight. The only thing I can't promote it to is another king. So, I have a challenge question for you now. How many queens can you have on this board at one time? If your opponent was a complete idiot and wanted to let you have as many queens as possible. And then I want you to think about knights, rooks, and bishops. I'll give you a minute to think about it. Actually, pause the video if you want to think about it, because I'll just tell you. Okay, so that's right. You'd have 9 queens, 10 knights, 10 rooks, or 10 bishops. But you cannot have all of them at once. How do I find that out? Well, I have 8 pawns. Oops. Well, actually, let me, just to make it very, very clear. Oops. I have 8 pawns. So this potentially could be 8 different queens, right? Now, I have 1 queen here, so 8 plus 1 equals 9 queens. Bishops, I have 2 of them. Knights, I have 2 of them. And rooks, I have 2 of them. So, for each, the rook and knights and bishops should be the same, if you think about it, because, so 2 plus 8 equals 10, so 10 knights, 10 rooks, or 10 bishops, or 9 queens. That's the maximum. This is Jonathan Soo Hoo. Thank you for watching my lecture for Chess Lectures 2009. Chessvideos 2009, sorry. Please watch some of my future videos. I hope you enjoyed this video on the pawn.